Hi, Robin with Oxy-Dry, and today I'm doing just this living room. I've done this, been in this house quite a few times, but today there's actually a room in the back, and she said she didn't want to do that today. But the living room is quite badly stained up. This is actually, I think she told me a few years ago that I think this carpet came out of a hotel or something, and it looks like an Axminster probably. But it's a good quality carpet, and I've been cleaning it for a few years now. So I've cleaned it probably half a dozen times or more, perhaps. But cleans up fine every time. It's she's got a little doggy in here. Looks like he's probably about a 30-pound Lhasa. Nice little guy. His name is Felix. Felix the dog. And I think she's out the back with him now. Otherwise she'd be a little bit too helpful with me. And there were some stains right where I'm at right now, but they are now gone. Just as simple as that. There's a stain some stains at the front door here. And they're gone. There's some paint on the carpet over here. That I won't be getting out today. I possibly could take some goof off on there. Maybe I'll do that before I'm done. I don't recall that doing there last time I was here. Stain right where I'm at now. Little spot. And that's gone. Some stains right ahead of me here. I'm cleaning with a hog's-hair fiber pad in case you're wondering, which is what I normally use because they work so well. That stain is gone. Staining right here. Also gone. One of the things I've noticed in some videos of guys that are using various concoctions that they've come up with is they're often going well above pH of 9 and sometimes even up to pH of 14, and I've never heard any of these guys talk about any concerns they might have about possibly that they might be cleaning a Stainmaster carpet, which most carpets sold in the last, well, certainly the last 10, maybe even 20 years, are pretty much all, any nylon carpet anyway, is going to be a Stainmaster. And one of the concerns about these Stainmaster carpets was, I don't believe if I remember correctly, I don't think you're supposed to clean them with a pH above 9.5, and because above that, pardon me, above that, it actually has a detrimental effect on the Stainmaster qualities of the carpet. It causes damage, in other words. And so you don't want to be cleaning above a pH of 9.5 on a Stainmaster carpet. And yet, I've seen guys talking about these concoctions that they mix up that are sometimes up to pH of 14. And I've never heard them say anything about be careful if you're running across a Stainmaster carpet not to do this. Maybe they just don't care, or maybe they just don't know, or maybe they just think it doesn't matter. But the damage that would occur wouldn't be obvious immediately anyway, so. And maybe the houses they're doing, or rental properties, it doesn't matter, I guess you could say, but I think it matters. And it certainly isn't necessary to be cleaning with that high pH anyway. We've got far better quality products that we can choose from now. And pH you don't need to go with high pH. That is so, what, 1980s? Yeah, anyway. Carpet is coming up just wonderful, as usual. This is probably, definitely got nylon in it. It might be a blend of maybe nylon and acrylic, which we don't see very often in residential carpet. But for motels or hotels, they often get these Axminster carpets, which means the Axminster carpets, for those who don't know, are actually has a woven backing. There's Axminster and Wilton, which are made basically the same thing. One you can see the pattern on the back, and the other one you can't, but they're basically made the same way. And they're usually a pretty expensive carpet, but you don't see them in homes a lot. And again, there was a bunch of stains right here, and I don't see them. I'm just going to go over that area one more time, just to be safe. So I'm going to switch over to the Ironman. Nope, dropped my deflector. Okay, park that there. And let's try some goof off on that paint. At least I think it's paint. Looks like the yellow paint from the wall there. Now the goof off is right here. Definitely a good product to have on hand. This, of course, is there's different versions of it, but this one seems to be the way to go. And when you ever use this, be careful. You don't want to drop this and knock this can over onto the carpet, or apply it directly to the carpet either, because it can break down the backing and cause delamination. Ooh, look at that. It's working. A little bit more and then it'll be done. Okay, yeah, done. Put the cap back on. Be careful with that. If I wasn't filming this, I'd actually be holding the can in my hand the whole time. Just a bit awkward with trying to steady the camera with my left hand there. But either that or just put the cap right back on immediately. Just really be careful with things like this. Okay, we'll put that over there for the moment. And we got an Ironman pad underneath. Now, this lady, she doesn't expect to be living here a whole lot longer. We had this conversation last time I was here, and she's had developers after her. She's got a nice little piece of property. It's right, actually, there's a wood lake. It's just like not very far in that direction, like half a block or whatever. The developers are after her property and the ones right around her to put in a townhouse complex or something like that. So she knows that this house, when she sells it, it'll be torn down, and it's not a house you'd actually want to keep anyway, because it is a tear down house. I mean, it's kind of cute and all, but it was originally just a cottage at the lake, and you can tell that it's lots of things about it that are really cheap and cheesy, and was never meant for a real proper house, I guess you could say. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, but it would need so much to bring it up to snuff, and she had a real problem when she told me when she bought it. The septic system was a real mess, and she spent money. Had to get some expert in here who was able to fix it. They were told the house was actually condemned because of it, but she was able to find somebody who could fix it. And anyway, she's been here for a few years, and but she knows that when she sells, that'll be the end of this house. I don't think there's air conditioning in this house, but it's not bad in here now, because there's big trees all around the house here, and the house is pretty much all in shade right now, which is nice because there's no air conditioning in here. But it's still not that hot in here yet. So it does look like all the stains that I saw did come out, which is what happens every time I clean this carpet. Always comes up really nice. And I didn't pre-spray this carpet, I just applied pre-treatment onto the obvious spots. Other than that, I didn't pre-spray anything on the carpet. But all the stains, as you can see, have come out. We'll move forward across this way. This is where the worst of them were right here where I'm at. But it's looking good. Always does. Okay, that's pretty much it. I'll just grab my vacuum and do a post-groom vacuuming, and then I'll be done. All right. Oh, here we go. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Have a good day.